Golden Knights owner Bill Foley famously said his team would win the Stanley Cup in 6 seasons. Now, the Golden Knights are 2 wins away from fulfilling that prophecy. They are in Sunrise, Florida, home of the Panthers, along with a large number of sports reporters, including SinBin Vegas founder Ken Boehlke. And Ken, after 2 dominant wins at home, the Golden Knights go to Florida and fall 3-2 in overtime on Thursday night. I watched your Periscope from the game last night on SinBin's Twitter, and you don't seem too concerned about the team's chances of still going on to win the Stanley Cup. Why?
They played a really good game, great defensive structure. They played a good game the entire game. So, yeah, I'm not all that concerned. It happens. It's hockey. You don't win them all.
Okay, could you understand the possible concern about maybe the team's ability to close in crucial moments, because there was just 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in regular time before Tkachuk scored that equalizer. Any concerns in that area?
A little bit there, because this isn't the first time. This happened against Winnipeg. This happened against Dallas. Now it happens in this series. So it's been something that has been happening, and especially the first time that the other team has pulled their goalie, we've seen this come to light. But over the course of each series, the Golden Knights have got better and better when the opposing team has pulled the goalie, and usually they've been able to improve in that area, and I think that that's probably what's going to happen the next time we see this situation again in this series.
Okay, so you are in Sunrise, Florida, as we talked about off camera. You told me you're at the Ritz-Carlton, which is where the Golden Knights held a media availability today, but not a practice today. Is that unusual?
It's not. They normally do this same type of thing. So normally they get here the day before the game, then they have the day of the game, then there's a day in between before the next game. And they typically do take this day off. I mean, let's be honest. The beach is right over there. They're at the Ritz-Carlton. Why are we playing hockey today? Let's live it up for a day. You made it to the Stanley Cup Final. They'll be all right. But no, they normally do take the day off, whether they're in Edmonton or Winnipeg or a great place like Florida, not to. Well, I will say what I said about those other cities. But
well, before you head to the beach, tell me about what happened at the media availability. Anything besides the normal short memory? We got to move on to the next one.
They seem fairly positive. I think everyone's still a little bit sour of the fact that they played a good game. They had a great chance to go up 3-0. They could be just 1 win away from winning, but it's 2 now. They know that if they keep playing the way that they did play, that they've got a pretty darn good chance to get this thing done. And I think everybody's got that confidence of saying, like, look, it's 3 games in. We still feel like we're better than this team. So I think they have that belief. Now they just got to get it done tomorrow.
A big difference between Game 3 and Games 1 and 2 was the performance of Florida goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky. If he continues to play the way that he did in Game 3, how much trouble is that for the Knights?
Yeah, he's one of the huge reasons why the Panthers are here at all. It's one of the big reasons they got through Boston. It's why they were fantastic against Carolina. He is spectacular, and there's really no way around the fact that he can be good enough to win a game on his own. And I think he did that to a degree last night. But if you look at the game, the Golden Knights scored twice, and both times there was absolutely no way the goalie's stopping the shot. So for me, you just got to create more of those chances that even the best goalie in the world can't stop. They got 2 of them last night. They got 5 or 6 in the first couple of games. Just do that a little bit more and take him out of the picture. It sounds easy. It's really not, but it's the Stanley Cup Final for a reason. It's hard.
And Ken, you brought up the beach conditions. Tell me about the weather there. Is it impacting ice conditions?
There definitely have been some complaints about the ice. I mean, it is humid, it is hot, it is Florida in June. It's not terribly surprising that ice is not exactly in the best condition that it should be in. I think that that's something that the Golden Knights can just be aware of going into the next game. They felt it in Game 3. Now they get to play in the same building in Game 4. They just have to have a little bit more awareness of how bad it is and how it's impacting the game. And I think it'll be less of a factor next game than it was in Game 3.
And then finally, you have been covering the Golden Knights since their inception. Even prior to that, when Bill Foley was doing that ticket drive, you started the first website dedicated to the Golden Knights exclusively. What do you think? Is this the year that they finally hoist the Stanley Cup?
And I was really feeling like it absolutely was right before they tied the game. But then, things went off the rails. And now maybe it'll just take a little bit longer. But I still feel very confident. This is a team that has really come together. They don't really have any weaknesses. They're staying healthy. They seem to be very tight and connected as a group. Their coach is awesome. Like, a lot of it just seems to finally be coming together. And I don't know when it's going to happen, but I really do believe by the end of the next week and a half, the Golden Knights are going to be Stanley Cup champions.
Ken Boehlke, SinBin.Vegas, thank you for your time.